Glory to Ukraine, glory to brave Ukrainian army, we will definitely win. Today I'd like to show you the Prince rose. This is shrub rose bred by David Austin, England, UK, and it grows in my garden for the third full season, because I have planted it in autumn 20, and it was blooming during the first year, but of course the first season, this is not an example, and this is not an iconic season, because bush and rose, it just put strengths to grow and not to bloom as its maximum possible stage. But the second year and third season, this is definitely can be treated as usual season. But for David Austin roses, this may not be true. Some of varieties they require more. At least in Ukraine, based on feedback from other rose lovers here, we see that some varieties from David Austin, they require 3 and even 4 years for the bush to be grown at the same place to show its best characteristics, its best possible state, and its best possible flowering. Concerning long lasting, how long it will be on the bush, how long it will show the attractiveness, color, how deep and intense it will be, how it will be resistant to different weather conditions. So the Prince, first seasons I was not impressed by it. Of course I was impressed by color. It is first, and from the beginning, it is a deep raspberry purple, raspberry violet, something like that. But then it became more intense. It became royal purple, as it is described in Help Me Find Resource. And even during some rainy conditions, some cloudy conditions, closer to the sunset, it became more deeper and deeper, this color. It became more intense, more intense purple. Of course, when we see when we look at the buds, they are definitely and visibly darker than flower itself. Even when buds became opening, and at the opening stage, they are more lighter than original bud, but then flower became the same as opening bud. But of course, color of flower, it can be definitely changing and more intense or lighter intense. Of course, I love it, and I think people grow it because of its fragrance. It's a deep, intense, very, very intense fragrance of old rose. And I love this fragrance. It's in case I put it into the bucket, I think my room would be filled by this fragrance. It has a lot of thorns of different sizes, very, very small. There are almost the whole coverage, and with different size. We see here smaller ones, but in the bottom part of the rose, you see how they are bigger, and a lot of them. So we have to take care of it very carefully while cutting it, while doing some manipulations with this bush. Flowering is long-lasting, but of course it depends on the weather. In my region, Lviv region, there may be very long-lasting humidity periods with a lot of rain, as we have now. Now this is the beginning of August, and we have during the day the maximum temperature is 20 degrees Celsius, and at night we have 9, 10 degrees. So this and such weather conditions, they are not good for any rose, and especially for such rose as the Prince, because they have a very full flower. As you can see, these flowers are influenced by such conditions, by humidity, long lasting. We have every day, we have raining every night, almost every night we have raining, very big very big and very intense raining. And of course, such cold nights at during summer months, during one of the, I think we assume August is one of the hottest months, but not now. This week is pretty not the hottest. It's maybe coldest during the summer. And of course, flowers are under such conditions. They are influenced, and their flowering will not be so long lasting as we want it to be. Of course, there are a lot of flowers still on this bush with very attractive form, very attractive view, and as far as bush is pretty generous, not bush but a variety, and bush itself is pretty generous. It grows a lot of flowers. Flowering will be pretty long. Of course, there will be enough flowers for me to take a look and to receive some joy after looking at them. But part of them will be spoiled by such humidity. So it depends, of course. This is a not perfect variety for regions with high humidity. And opposite, I would say this is not perfect variety for the regions with very hot summers, like 40 degrees. I think during 40 degrees we have in the south of Ukraine, we have such regions, and of course 35, 40 degrees Celsius, this is usual temperature for them, and petals will be of course influenced by sun, and will look I do not here at this bush to demonstrate how they will behave during such hot or heat conditions, but on some other varieties I'll demonstrate this. But you may guess, I think that this especially outer petals, they will be spoiled and even dried by sun. And as you can see, even in one bunch of flowers, they are different in color, different in shadows. So this purple, raspberry purple color. Concerning disease resistance, according to help me find, this bush, not this bush, but this variety, the Prince, it is resistant to the main diseases like mildew and black spot. But in my garden, in my conditions, in my measures I am taking about them, how I care about them, it already shows pretty not severe yet, but I guess it would be severe in several weeks. Signs of mildew. You can see this on leaves and even on buds, even on the buds. But still some flowering already, some flowers already opened, and there will be more blooming, and I guess that the bush will have strengths to show me, maybe not all, but I think and I hope that most of the flowers, most of the buds will open. And of course there are signs of black spot. And to speak, if we speak about south regions, such conditions, not such conditions, but such diseases as mildew, I think they will not be popular there, and this bush will feel better, in case we could say about the bush such sentence. It will feel better because there are much more sun and much more heat, and of course this is not good to such diseases. So yeah, pretty generous, as you can see. Concerning the height, it is up to meter. It may be 18, yeah, I think 80 centimeters high and the same wide. So it's pretty compact, I would say. And for this year, I would admit that it became not so spread, because previous years I had to make some support to this bush, because it could be spread pretty wide, and it could live on the ground, and of course this is not a good view to see such a bush, such spreading and lying on the ground bush. But now it looks pretty good and holding itself pretty good. Yeah, and while I am talking to you, while I'm showing you my roses and this variety exactly, I have admit that Russian yesterday they struck Pokrovsk city. This is Donetsk region, and they struck several civil buildings, multi-store, multi-apartment buildings. They destroyed them, of course, and they killed 9 people at least, and they wounded a lot of people, of course. And yeah, Russia terrorist state, they continue terrorizing our country. They continue genocide against our country, our people, and I don't know what else should happen for the world to react adequately and more quicker and in more wider ways than the world and the bigger countries doing now. So in case you know how to help Ukraine, at least to share information, at least to spread this information throughout your country, throughout your user groups, different Facebook, Twitter, etc. You are welcome to do this, of course, because the world should hear about us and know what Russia does with any independent country, independent Ukrainian country. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your comments. It's real pleasure for me to communicate with you, to exchange experience and read how you grow roses, especially the same varieties which are on my videos in my rose garden. So yeah, thanks for all the activities under the video. Till the next video, and bye.